and welcome to Hold and Modify, YouTube's most poorly produced, underproduced Amiga channel. But wow, look at this. Q, wait a minute. How do you have your Amiga emulation screen? Is it even an Amiga emulation screen, or are you just having an Amiga plugged into this fancy modern day monitor? No, it is an Amiga emulation screen. They just released, well, they released a couple weeks ago probably, WinUAE version 5.0. I'm really behind on my updates for that. But they had some updates to the aspect corrections and display stuff. It's minor technical garble stuff that I could never explain properly. What I like to do is just get in there and see what it does and then apply my settings to get it to work. What this is I've got this crazy, let me pan here for you, this crazy 21:9 aspect monitor, right? It's always a nightmare getting old Windows games, PC games, or yes, your happy Amigas in emulation mode on these things and actually look native one-to-one. So what I need is an NTSC 1084 aspect Amiga screen about as big as I can get it to fit on this monitor. And I don't want to have any weird freaky scaling. So I want a nice integer scale. So none of the text over here is all junky and weird and thin and fat and hard to read. I want to be able to fire up Lightwave and go, yes, this looks awesome. In fact, this looks exactly like Lightwave on my Amiga 2500 using an RGB to HDMI with a 16:9 monitor. The Amiga aspect is properly represented and maintained. And if we come over here, we even see it do a little jump there because WinUAE is doing this auto scaling. Workbench is set to 640 by 400. Lightwave uses some whacked out 705 by 4 something. I don't know. It's a weird resolution. I never remember it. But the automatic controls for WinUAE were saying, this guy wants a perfectly clean integer scaled aspect and maintaining it. So that's what it's doing here. Oh, look, my emulated Workbench is out of date. 3.2.2, not the .1. Oh, no. Oh, no. So how did I do this? How do you get this? This is a question that comes up a lot because people, when they see me film off screen on this thing with Amiga emulation stuff, they're like, hey, how did you get your Amiga thing to work full screen and not go whack a job? And when I say whack a job, this is what I mean. You come back to here, and let's say you fire up your emulator, you've done your settings on your big wide monitor, and basically you end up with something like this. You're like, well, this is useless. Or even worse, you end up with something that looks like this stretch, and it just takes up the whole screen. And you're like, oh, what do I do? Now, of course, you can run in a window, but if you do that, then it's going to do scaling and make things look crunchy. And I don't like running in a window. I like having my Amiga be full, like I'm in Amiga land. It's even important. I'm using a keyboard, right, that's got freaking Amiga written on it. So I wanted to be in the world of the Amiga. So how did I do that? Well, there's two things here. Let me go up and make sure my configuration is saved before I go crazy again. Okay, so there's two areas. You want to go over to here where it says display, host display. And I'll just go over these, when you load up your default setup, your stuff may be different than mine, but just compare it and you can see what I did. Obviously my monitor is this wacky 5120 by 1440. But importantly, where it says full screen, I set this to native. Okay. I make sure it's 60 Hertz NTSC. Everything I'm going to be showing you is going to be 60 Hertz NTSC. For windowed, even if you're not using it, just turn off window resize. What this allows you to do is when you do run the emulator in a window, you can click in the corner and resize it like any other program, right? Like you're always used to doing in Windows. And what it will do is it'll basically scale the Amiga screen to fit whatever you've made it to, which of course makes the Amiga look terrible because all the scaling is, garbage looking and it makes everything squished and stretched. So that's another reason I don't like doing in a window. And the whole point of this video is to show you how to do pretty full screen on a crazy wide monitor like this. So, and then of course for native and RTG, we go to full screen. I do my standard VSync 5060. Down here, I don't really think I touched any of this stuff except VGA mode resolution auto switch. That really rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? For overscan though, this is a little important here. I do say TV standard, because that's what I'm trying to emulate here, a 1084. Resolution auto switch, always on, and then NTSC, of course. And then I do the centering, horizontal and vertical. And I don't worry about any of this other stuff. Then we got to move down to filtering. A little important here. And filtering, once again, up here in the right corner, you want to make sure you set this to native. Then where it says null filter, yep, null filter. Masks, none. Another important one, auto integer scaling, okay? It's automatically going to integer scale the Amiga on your full screen. Don't mess with any of this stuff, although you can later on if you did want to try and stretch it, make it bigger and make it wider. That's what you can do. This is almost like a vertical size and horizontal size controls and sliders for your monitor. And if you do all that stuff, it should try and do it using integer scaling. And then over here it says aspect ratio correction. I leave this set to automatic, okay? Automatic. And then I want to check the button here that says keep auto scale aspect. Yes. The one down here, keep aspect ratio, does not seem to matter. Now maybe it doesn't matter because of all these other settings I did up here, but turning this on and off and setting it to do different things does not seem to affect anything. So once I've done that and I go back now, we should see a nice looking 1084S monitor. Yes, there you go. That's how it's supposed to look. It's super clean. There's no squishy weird text going on. Everyone looks happy. Okay, so let's launch, let's see, Scenery Animator would like to come out and join us. Do that and go here and, uh-oh, wait a minute. Why is this, I mean, it's bigger and also, why is it now this looks stretched? This doesn't look like NTSC. This doesn't look like 1084. So here is what one of the other settings that I didn't turn on does. What you can see is, yeah, we have beautiful integer scaling. Nothing looks crunchy or weird, but it's integer scaled wide. So what's going on with that? So you got to go back to the settings, and that's with this setting here that I ignored earlier. I said, I don't really know if this does anything because of all my other settings. Well, that's because in my initial testing, remember, I test these things and make a fool of myself so you don't have to. In my initial testing, I was launching programs that were all 640 by 400 or interlaced programs. And yeah, they were all happy and correct and everything was like swell. This was the first program I launched that does not use interlace. This opens up a 640 by 200. It's basically your standard Amiga high-res screen, not high-res interlaced. And that's what caused the big kaboom boom. So you can see me in the background Google researching this. So yeah, keep aspect ratio set to TV, kind of matching all the other settings for TV. Now if I click OK and we go back, look at that. We're back to our happy Amiga aspect 1084 ratios, and it looks awesome. Now if I try and do the whole Amiga pull down in full screen mode, it has to update all the scaling and screens because it's an Amiga, and it's actually running at different screen resolutions and modes, which makes the Amiga awesome. But when you initially do this drag down, you're going to get a pop in your monitor probably as the emulator resyncs the signal and sends it out. But yes, even with this weird scaling, you can do that. You can see here what it's done is said, okay, this is a 640 by 400 screen. We're going to map everyone to that, but he's going to get, pulled into that size. Now, when you go back up and let go, here comes our high-res screen, all big and chunky and back again. So that's pretty slick. You hit quit, we'll come back. And there you go, back to your happy scaling. I'm sure this gets even more wild. Like, if we fire up like D-Paint, right? And we pick something like more traditional, like 320 by 200. Let's see what happens when you do this. Awesome, perfect. That's exactly right. Circles look like circles, and yeah, this is great. Isn't that swell? So even crazy low resolution Amiga modes fire up full screen and are scaled integerly and look great. There's no weird smushy stuff on them. There's no, fat L's, skinny eyes, or anything like that. So I think that's pretty cool. And again, all of that was accessed by, so if we go here, quick review, you can always rewind the video, of course, display, set all this stuff. Basically, it's the TV standard modes and NTSC or PAL if you want. Making sure you're full screen, making sure window resize is off, and then yes, making that trip back down to filter, making sure it's set to native, auto integer scaling, don't mess with this stuff, aspect ratio correction, automatic, keep the auto scale aspect on, yes, keep aspect ratio on, yes, set to TV, and now you're ready to rock and roll and have all kinds of crazy awesome Amiga modes that should always look correct on this display. In fact, let's try something a little more exotic. I'm really curious to see. Now, I was going to say I was really curious to see what widescreen would look like, but keep in mind these HD 720 modes, these aren't meant for a 1084. So I've hardware configured or software configured this emulator that this is a 1084. So this would be causing havoc, actually. I mean, we can see what it would do. It's probably just going to go nuts. Yeah, it doesn't know what to do with it. So it's all squished and weird because it's trying to put a 720 image on a 1084. Not happening. You, of course, can do that by changing the settings out from 1084. But this is how you can test other things that the 1084 would have supported. Now, if we switch to RTG, this should be a whole different set of bananas here. Let's see what happens. Yeah, RTG, because it has its own monitor profile mode that we set to full screen. It's just automatically going to map in there beautifully. But again, using integer scaling so we don't get any weirdness on this. It maps it within my big, wide, crazy panel instead of trying to stretch it and fill it out. And then there's one last thing I want to talk about before leaving you folks, because this video is getting long. So you've got all these settings. By the way, all these settings I just did in WinUAE, none of it means a hill of beans. Do people still say that? None of it means a hill of beans. Let's actually quit the emulator first. You got to go to your graphic card settings. I don't know where everybody keeps theirs, but NVIDIA keeps theirs under display, adjust desktop size and position. And under scaling, you want to set this to integer scaling, perform on GPU. So what you're basically doing is instead of having your monitor handle scaling, you're telling the graphics card to do it, and you're telling it and you're forcing it to do integer scaling. This is critical for lots of emulation of old games and old stuff in general. This is one of those settings that if you don't do it, you can end up with craziness and weird pixels and things. I mean, one of the things I could do if this is going to work, I could, for example, I could fire up, well, let's fire up Quake. So because of integer scaling, do you see how the resolution just changed, by the way, on the fly? So with integer scaling, I'm turn that music down before I get a copyright strike. But with integer scaling set at the GPU level, this is an original Quake, GL Quake install. I'm not running any weird monitor profiles, or I always like to run Quake in standard 800 by 600 mode or 1024 by 768. So it'll put it in the middle of your monitor, even my crazy widescreen monitor, integer scaled, no weirdness that's gonna mess with it or screw it up. And that's the importance. I mean, this is a more sexy example of integer scaling, I guess. Although I do find the Amiga Workbench very sexy. And that's true for anything, even like Unreal Tournament here. You'll fire it up, and again, blip, 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 it'll dump it in the middle, and it's the super dark opening. And then we go to the menu, and you can see we have this nice scaled screen, and it fits in and looks nice and sharp, which is what you want. So yeah, just in addition to all those Amiga settings I showed you, wherever it is in your graphics card, whether you've got AMD, NVIDIA, or onboard Intel, look for this integer scaling, perform scaling on GPU. If you don't have this, I can't promise you'll get super clean pixels and integer scaling. I just don't know. This is pretty common going back for quite a ways now with video card hardware. All right, well, that's it. I think I've talked enough and shown enough. Everything I showed you is in older versions of WinUAE, but I did just want to say that, yeah, the 5.0 does have some improvements to aspect ratio and auto sizing. Hope you enjoyed this. I guess I'm done with this video.